What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and beasts of all ages, shapes, and sizes? Welcome back to some more Let's Game It Out. See, I mess with this on a spiritual level. This is be hashtag hilariousness. Put it on screen somewhere. Yep, hashtag hilariousness. Yeah, that's good stuff. I built a theme park that ends reality. Oh, yeah. See, as much as I love reality, humanity needs the whole reset button. So I think this fits perfectly. Link in the description down below, of course, to Let's Game It Out. If you have not subbed to this man, do it literally yesterday. Like, I did it the first video. Like, come on. Dude's freaking fantastic. And plus, I might have to legitimately download and play me some Planet Coaster. Let's get him, got him, red dot him, build a theme park that ends reality.
It out. We're playing Planet Coaster today, and if you don't know what that entails, let me break it down for you.
Slow, painful, agonizing demise. Yes, delightful.
So here we go. Park name. We all gotta die sometime. I mean, it's not true. Here we are. My favorite part about these Planet Coaster levels is there's no discernible civilization anywhere. That's okay. I'm sure if there's people screaming, and there will be, it'll just reflect right off the water into that valley and into the sky where no one cares. That said, people have to enter from somewhere. In this case, from what I call the Cave of Wonders.
Teleporters.
So they have glorious wizard technology. And thank God, because we're gonna need people. For what, you ask? Oh, you know, just run-of-the-mill experiments at the hands of our fine coasters. I mean, you don't have to build them this high, but when you do, boy howdy, do they pack a high-velocity punch. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we go too nuts, let's break down the basics first. Planet Coaster is, in theory, about park management. You know, stuff like managing finances, making sure guests are happy, overseeing staff, but we're not going to be doing any of that stuff. Down here are the things we care about. Coasters, and rides, and fireworks. Explosions? I mean, look how many there are. There's even pre-built displays of things, and they all have great names like four-way explosion, steady build-up, and my personal favorite, frantic display. Here's that one, by the way. Strange how from a distance it looks like I'm building a cemetery, but let's see what that even looks like anyway. Well, that certainly is quite the display, isn't it? Well, if one is good, certainly more is even better, right? This is starting to feel familiar. It's because I did something kind of similar in my last coaster video.
Yeah, you did.
From that one is if you smash down about 100,000 fireworks at once, when they all went off, it took over 37 gigs of RAM on my computer. But you know, my computer has 64 gigs in it, and I didn't meticulously build this PC just to have the RAM not used. We'll start slow, of course. Only a modest number of fireworks.
Dear sweet God, my eyes!
But at only 7 gigs of RAM taken up, we could definitely do better. So let's go ahead and
color this out
with ground comets. Yeah, I think we can stand to add a couple of these. It's like the fireworks have their own rings of Saturn now. That is, of course, if those rings were comprised of 39,000 fireworks. So here goes nothing.
Dear sweet God.
A mushroom cloud. Still 20 gigs away from a new record, though. Yes. Okay, let's add another layer. Now let's lift it off the ground, pitch it forward, and then just add it to the greater pile. What a sight for my God. You wouldn't know this. It actually goes all the way around. It's just the game's view distance doesn't really cover that till you get close enough. Well, let's see how this does. Fingers crossed. Oh, that's a change. I'm pretty sure we're watching a galaxy expand in front of us. And hey, look, we did it. We passed the 37 gig previous record. Talk about the memory that'll last a lifetime. Oops, it looks like the game has crashed. I love you. Submit. And hey, since we've already got explosions on the mind, let's talk about our sponsor.
Presented by Marco Bay.
I'm talking about. Okay, so here we are, clean slate. The goal of this park is actually going to be quite simple. Make something with a bunch of coasters, of which we have many to choose from. It's really just in the service of one thing, making elaborate contraptions where the goal is to take those creations and use them to, shall we say, enhance the lives of our guests. Don't worry though, they're fine. I mean, they're not happy about this, but they are surprisingly intact considering they just tanked the damage of a meteor. So just like Batman, our goal isn't to kill anyone, because we can't, but it's to make this trip more memorable. But first things first, before we can do the fun stuff, we need to build an entrance to the park. Otherwise, no one's gonna stay here. I do have one question though. So obviously they walk up to the entrance and then they're like, oh, there's no park. So then they turn around and leave. If I move this entrance somewhere else, else. Will they walk to wherever it is no matter where I put it? Like over here near the lake? And as baffling as it is, here's the boundary line of our park. So we really can just put it like way over
at
here.
The very
now let's
end
just
of the
run a
boundary.
path all the way back. And we'll see if people are willing to start their hero's journey. Okay, you
Beautiful.
middle-aged go-getters, let the day hike commence. Yep, they definitely seem willing to do it. I'm watching them meander their way over here with no end in sight. Well, they finally arrived. When they started their journey, it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they finally reached it at 8:55 the next day. Have fun enjoying the trek back. Oh, I see
They
how
have to
you
go all
all
the way
want a
back.
piece, huh? Never mind the part where there's still no park, you psychos. I'm looking at you, dork with the hat, but you know, it just breaks my heart when these people run all the
And
way
like,
here
nope,
just
I'm
to
out,
be
sorry.
like, aw,
Nope,
now we gotta walk all the way back. Here, let's see if we can make this better for them. You can probably see where this is going. We just need some of this here, little of that there.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the jutting out blue
yeah.
railing or the 9 million story coaster behind you. The only thing you need to worry about is how cold the water is.
When you die, yeets!
Oh, actually, maybe not. Hope you packed your spacesuits. And just think, they're willing to do this for free. Well, let's expand on this, shall we? Because here's the thing. Launching unsuspecting people into the upper atmosphere, never gonna get old. The problem is after that, all the people just head back towards the exit.
Oh,
and
we
then
can't
the game
have
doesn't
that.
really let you mess with them any further. The next step is actually just getting them to stay. So let's go ahead and calm this behemoth for now. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna back all this up. And while it's super tempting to leave these people stranded here, we actually can't. Because over a long enough period of time, they just disappear. Except these people, apparently.
Oh,
Good
dear
God, that's
God.
terrifying. Just a creature with heads and hands, and then this guy in the back feeling left out. Oh God, what nightmare are you doing now? You stop that.
My
you
eyes.
stop that right
I can't
now.
unsee it.
All right, I'm gonna move the whole platform.
You need to
This'll
die
teach
now.
ya.
What the fuck?
God,
They
it
can
transfers.
teleport.
Wait, does
Nope.
that mean I can move this anywhere? Like back to the entrance? Only one way to find out. Here's to hoping. Oh, hell yeah, now we're talking. All this crying in one tiny space. I mean, I'd be crying for help too. How are you supposed to overcome this step? Well, let's see. What else can we do with this waking nightmare? I'll tell you one thing you can do, and it's spread them out. It's like a wacky inflatable two-person greeting party. And they're all here to say hi to you. They're all
eat your
waving
soul.
to you, brave souls, in horrible, terrifying unison. But enough about them. Let's focus on the more important people. By that, I mean all these people rushing into the park. It starts out kind of the same with a really long walk or run in the case of these tryhards. But what's different this time is we're going up and up and up. Wow, did you all run track in high school? Why are you so excited to get to the entrance? And why are you three in such a rush? You think the sports bar's up here or something? Calm down, you're gonna give yourselves a heart attack. So eventually everyone reaches the entrance over here, which thank God after they reach it, they finally calm down. At which point they approach literally the only thing that's up here, this ATM. Why is this here? Well, seeing as how there's no guardrails, I'm pretty sure if we didn't put this thing here, they would walk right off. But also, if we don't put anything here, that can't fool all these idiots into walking all the way over here just to go, oh, no thank you, and then walking back. And did I mention that there's an amazing view? No, seriously, take a look. That's definitely not a giant-sized skee-ball machine. I mean, you know what skee-ball is, right? Normally, the way it works is you take a big wooden ball, you roll it down this alley, and you try to hoist it up into one of these holes. And you know, we're gonna try and do the same thing, except we're not gonna use wooden balls. We're gonna use people and our very own patented launcher, which at this point you should be used to seeing. Payload, and then send it on its way. And then we'll just watch as this picks up speed, and then we have liftoff.
People
the kind you just love to see. And sure, some of them are gonna fly right over the machine, or in the case of these poor souls, right on top of it. But some people will actually make it into the playing field. We should probably talk about what each of these rings mean. In real skee-ball, each one of these rings is like a different point amount, and you just want to get the most points. We don't have any points here, but each one of these things does represent a different fabulous prize. Let's start with what happens if you don't clear it at all. Hello, purgatory. Couldn't tell you why, but these people never seem to disappear, as is backed up by the ever-growing number of people in the park. Hey there, welcome to the team. Now let's say you're George Lucas here, and oh no, fingers crossed for a safe landing. But no, you're destined to go into the gutter, which in this case, of course, means a bottomless pit. Thanks for the prequels. But let's say you're actually lucky enough to clear one of these rings. What prizes do we get there? Well, let's start with the most obvious one. If you land in these two circles in the middle, that's probably a good thing. But if you don't don't land in them.
Oh,
Better luck
yeah.
next time.
Oh,
Looks
God.
like eternal damnation for you. At least the good news is you have new friends dropping by all the time. And what about these 3 up here? Well, these ones actually don't lead to much. I mean, they just got like treasure and like food and medical supplies. Too bad nobody's ever reached these. They could probably use them. And so that just leaves our last 2 holes here. Where do these take you? I bet those people are wondering the same thing. These 2 are actually the only way to the next part of the park, where after they've had a second to collect themselves after shattering all their bones, or in the case of this person, throwing a fit sideways, it's time to leave, after which point they march up these stairs back out into the sunshine. They just have one more thing they gotta do, and that's make it through this giant cube. And I mean, how hard can that be, really? It's just a bunch of pathways. You know, you're right, we can't make it too easy. We'll just add one of these guys. Come on in, we're ready for you now. Just pay no attention to what that big structure might be. Well, here goes nothing. Have a good summer. Come on, come on. Yes!
There we go.
It doesn't stop there. You see that little piece of magic? That's the splash damage from when the train cars explode back to their home planet. Talk about the gift that just keeps on giving. But even with all that, someone's getting away. Well, that just won't do.
We can't
let's
have
add some friends to the party. Surely 5 is that much better, right? I definitely hope it's gonna stop Soccer Mom. Mission accomplished. What a beautiful symphony of destruction now. You know, this does have me wondering though. Is there a limit to how many of these coasters we can drop in here? Let's do a quick check and find out. Let's start modest and just add another 10.
God.
Okay, everybody, don't let me down. Oh boy, that's a nice waterfall of coasters, isn't it? I kind of feel like getting out of here isn't even a question anymore. Well, if 15 coasters can do this, what about if we...
Dear God, no, please don't. Hours later.
Okay, so I made a little something here. What you're looking at here is 174 roller coasters. I kind of alternated their positioning so they would fall from 9 possible places, making the perfect waterfall of roller coasters onto these poor people. So here we go.
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
Oh God, that's a lot of roller coasters. That's okay. There's room for everyone. I think, by the way, every time these roller coasters need to reload, the whole game freezes for like 45 seconds. Well, I think it's safe to say those people are never coming out, nor is our frame rate, which I'm sure is only going to get worse the more coasters that fall off this. Yep, this is definitely what you want from your roller coaster experience, right?
Exactly,
so much disaster that it's kicking up a very volatile dust cloud. And I don't know how we did it, but somehow Planet Coaster now looks like Gears of War. And just when you think it's all settled, here comes the next volley. We're sorry that Planet Coaster has stopped responding. You can end the game now. I think not. Okay, I've paused the game because otherwise I'll never ever be able to move again. But let's do some quick math, shall we? 174 coasters, all with 7 cars each.
That's
that means that with each one of these volleys, we're launching 1,218 coaster cars into that pit below. Is it ever gonna fill this whole glass structure? God, I couldn't even tell you. Maybe. Honestly, I'm surprised the game hasn't crashed completely yet. I like how these train operators are all here, just like, yep, we're gonna die, but I'm here for it. Well, there's something you don't see every day. It looks like they've piled up in such a way that looks kind of like a tidal wave. So I think in a way, that sort of qualifies, doesn't it? Oh God, and it's gonna crash into it. I couldn't have possibly imagined this outcome. Seeing as how everything now is just a complete 1 frame per second mess. Oh, guess those cars are going back to their home planet. Fair enough. Oh no, don't send more. And the game's going so slow, I can't even stop these new coasters. No, stop. It's already dead. Well, this has all gone horribly wrong. I didn't realize doing this was going to turn the game into Coaster Judgment Day, and yet here we are. Either way, I think it's safe to say that nobody's escaping this. Now that this looks like an imploding building, so if it's not that, it's definitely the frame rates causing, I don't know, possibly a reduction in general quality of life. Well, this is way more destroyed than I expected it would be. Looks like no one's coming home for Christmas this time. I don't even know how these are flying all the way over here, but watch out below. Who would have thought that the safest place in this whole park is stuck at the beginning as a greeter for all eternity? Hey, at least you're probably out of the splash zone for this incoming debris. Oh my God, look at this. Nobody's saved. I hope you had fun. I know why. Oh my God. What is happening back there?
Everything
dies. You want to freeze? It looked like an alien abduction over there, and then the whole thing exploded. Well,
the Matrix
shiver me timbers. Anyway, I hope you're having as much fun as this building is. I know I am. I want to thank Warpath again for sponsoring this video. Download the game using my link in the description.
That's gonna do it for one more again of this here roller coaster tycoon make awesomeness with Let's Game It Out. Link in the description. This stuff right here, pure deliciousness juice inside my face and even my ear holes. I fucks with it. I loves it. I must see more of it. Bar. That's gonna do it for this one, though, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know the deal, roller coaster. Roller your coaster yourself in the description to find that sweet link to the homeboy himself. Let's game it out. But if you like this video right here, take your bitch more claws of awesomeness juice. A slap to the like button. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and beasts of all ages, shapes, and sizes. Love, peace, and above all, stay beast mode for the epic winner of all the wins. Support your local roller coasters, or they might turn on you.